Hey y'all, welcome back, and I'm going to tell you about a credit card you're going to be hearing a lot about in the next couple of weeks or months, depending on what sort of VC funding they get and how they use that VC funding, probably to pump into a lot of marketing. So, if you're interested, let's talk about it. I am talking about the Rise Tuition credit card. This is a brand new credit card that's going to be hitting the market in the next couple of weeks or months. I'm not 100% sure, but this just popped up basically last night. I was on the credit card subreddit. I found a post highlighting the Rise Tuition credit card, the Bilt for Tuition credit card. The poster was highlighting that they weren't anyone like paid by the company or anyone who works at the company, but they're really a big fan of the concept, and it's paying tuition with a credit card and getting points for your tuition. Intrigued, I pulled up the website that was highlighted in the post, and it's a whole lot of nothing. There's a wait list because everyone needs a wait list now when you're not a major bank and you need to drive hype about a credit card. Apparently 5,500 people have signed up as per the website. Now, just some quick facts about the card. You're going to get 1 times points on tuition up to $100,000 in tuition a year. Those 1x points will come with no transaction fee. So if there is a school or entity that charges you to use your credit card, Rise is taking care of that, much like Bilt takes care of your transaction fee when you use the Bilt card. Now, it's also going to give you 3 times points on dining, 2 times points on groceries, 1 times points on everything else. There's no mention of a rewards network. There are going to be points, but there's no mention of something along the lines of Bilt where you can use your points for travel. You can use your points for anything other than their partners and erasing your purchases. Okay, this is starting to sound like the X1 card, and we know how the X1 card turned out. Not great. Now, I would suspect that this is a card that has been being created by those who created the X1 card and are looking for the next big thing. Because good artists copy, great artists steal, and I don't know what sort of artists these guys are, because they're at least taking the concept of pay this, get points. And Bilt has kind of taken the rent market share, although they could do rent if they wanted to. So they're going the tuition market share. Now, this, according to the write-up on Daily The Deal Guru, they took this and ran with it. You cannot get points on student loan payments, and you cannot get points on room and board. It's just for tuition. Now, the tuition is going to cover K through 12, private K through 12. It's going to cover community college costs, four-year college, and grad school. You can pay for a student. You can pay for yourself. There's a lot of flexibility there. You'll also be able to add student cards for children. You'll be able to get you'll have no foreign transaction fees. Your points never expire. You'll earn unlimited points on everything that's not tuition, because tuition is capped at 100,000 points a year. There's no mention of any sort of status. There's no mention of anything beyond what this card promises to give you. Couple of red flags I've noticed. There's no information on the issuing bank. There's no information on the company, Rise Rewards, who is said to be backing this project. That's worrisome. I went and investigated their Facebook page. It looks like it basically just launched this week. I actually pulled a search on Crunchbase, couldn't find anything on Crunchbase about Rise Rewards. So maybe it's a fintech company, but it looks like it's more of a financial company. We'll see. I went and searched online. I was able to find the Delaware Secretary of State, because all companies incorporate in Delaware. Unless you're Twitter, then you de-incorporate in Delaware because you're led by a fanatic. This company is a Delaware entity that had the file and paperwork filed on May 31st. So this is a brand new company right out of the gate. We have no idea who their banking partner is going to be because they are not a bank. It could be Coastal Community Bank, for all I know. That is most likely if it's the folks from X1. It could be Evolve Bank. We don't know. Evolve might have issues because of the Synapse thing, and Evolve could also be looking for a new partner because they just recently lost Bilt. I don't know. We'll see. But there's no issuing bank behind this. There's footnotes attached all over the place, but There's no easy way to get to those footnotes on the website. Now, it does have a quick FAQ. So you get such questions as, how does paying my tuition with the Rise tuition card work? Very great question. I'm going to read this word for word from the Rise website. I'm going to put the Rise website in the description down below, as well as the Danny the Deal Guru page about this. So, reading verbatim. When you receive your Rise tuition card, you'll also receive an account number and routing number tied to your account. On your school's payment portal, click that you'd like to make an ACH payment and enter your account and routing number tied to your Rise account. From there, we'll execute the payment by doing your choice of Rise Safeguard. Rise Safeguard is pulling the balance directly out of your checking or savings account connected to your Rise app. This is a lot like Bilt Protect. Rise Credit, adding the balance as a transaction to your Rise tuition credit card. Okay, makes sense. That's why you're getting the card. Rise Loan, future offering, connecting you directly with a partner loan provider who will provide the balance amount. So apparently they're looking to do loans as well. Don't know what sort of loans we're going to be looking at. Private entity student loans. Do with that what you will. You can set up which payment method you prefer on your Rise app. All payment methods will reward you with 1x Rise points per dollar spent on tuition. So if you do the loan route, you will get 1x points. If you do the credit card, 1x points. Rise Safeguard, 1x points. Okay, interesting. Other questions would include things like, I pay tuition using a 529 plan. Am I eligible to earn Rise points when I pay tuition? Yes. Please use the portal within our app to submit proof of your 529 plan payment, and we'll reward you with the equivalent Rise points. School only accepts checks. Will I be able to use the Rise tuition card to earn points on tuition? Yes. If your school only accepts checks, we'll send them a check directly. Doesn't this sound like Bilt? So, yeah. Interesting. Now, talking about the points. The points are going to be used to effectively eliminate purchases. They are not going to be points that you can transfer out. There's no current mention of things like status with Rise or anything like that, but they do have an interesting list of partners. So let's go over a couple of those names. That would be Aesop, Airbnb, Alaska Airlines, Apple, Benihana, Blue Bottle Coffee, Kava, McCheesecake Factory, Delta Airlines, Equinox, Erewhon, The Four Seasons, IKEA, Lululemon, Patagonia, Neiman Marcus, Nike, Nordstrom, Uniqlo, Pete's Coffee, Sephora, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, Trader Joe's, Wander, Zipcar, SoulCycle. Interesting to see that Zipcar is still around. Rumble is mentioned. Weird. So it's going to work a lot like the X1, which gives me reason to believe that it's X1 folks who are building this app, who are producing this card, and going from there. It's folks who did not make the transition over to Robinhood for one reason or another, I'm willing to bet. So redeem your rewards. You can do it in the app. Your points are going to be worth 1 cent per point. They put up a page that shows making your purchases at Lululemon. You paid $149 for something. You can use 14,900 points to redeem for that purchase. Same would be true for Delta. Although it looks like, yeah, Delta could be eliminated with 31,600 points if you paid $316. Trader Joe's, if you paid $182 at Trader Joe's, you could wipe that away with 18,200 points. So 1 cent per point locked in. Doesn't look like there'll be any elevated points earning or point cash outs, but who knows? We'll see if it's anything like the X1 card over time. The X1 card had a statement credit that you could do for 0.7 cent per point. You could redeem like your Amazon membership, Amazon Prime membership for like 0.7 cents per point. Same with Costco. So that didn't make a whole lot of sense. But yeah, it's going to allow you to add additional card holders. I don't know what to think about this right now. It feels like one of those things that's too good to be true. And if it feels too good to be true, it probably is. So for now, this is a thing that exists. Now, I don't know how good or bad this will be going forward. I do know that they're most likely in the process of getting VC money, and they're going to turn that VC money into a lot of marketing hype. So you're probably going to start seeing thumbnails across YouTube talking about, oh, get points for tuition. Sounds like a great card in theory, could be a good card in practice. Looks like it runs on the X1 model of points and point erasing. Will not be like Bilt. I don't know how much I trust this. Your tuition can be paid with a credit card as is, as long as your tuition bill can be covered by your credit card's limit. So why wouldn't you want to get Ultimate Reward points or American Express membership reward points, or, you know, hitting a welcome offer and using those points how you see fit? And you know that those points can be 1 cent per point beyond purchase redemptions. So yeah, I don't know. This feels too good to be true. If it feels too good to be true, it probably is. Waitlists are not ideal. I am speaking from my experience with the X1 card. It felt too good to be true. It ended up being too good to be true. Your mileage is definitely going to vary. Be on the lookout for it, but it's probably not going to be a card worth a Chase marketing slot. But that's going to do it for this one. If you like what I do, hit the like and subscribe button down below. Join the channel as a Tidbit Collector, new membership tier I have started. Check out the Stack Your Points podcast I do with RJ from Do You Take Cards, Call Me Lonnie, and Tariq Gaines. We record on Mondays. We're available anywhere your podcasts can be downloaded, as well as our YouTube channel, Stack Your Points. Check out the pinned comment for ways to support me outside of YouTube. Referral link. I have a new link tree that I've updated last night. Various referrals in there as well. Anything will help. But if you do it, thank you so much for that. Check out my Buy Me a Coffee and Ko-Fi as well. Those would be hugely appreciated too. As always, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.